Hi, welcome back to my channel, Kiss My Starlight. I just wanted to bring through some messages. There's been lots of um, energy around the themes of transformation and moving through the past, whether it be limiting beliefs, habits, patterns, past lives, even incarnations that have affected this one now, that are affecting this lifetime now, maybe in our relationships, in our situations, whether work, home, or just on a personal level. So please only take what resonates, and just whatever doesn't, just let it go. It's only a general reading, so that means that the messages will not resonate for everybody. So let's see what wants to come through. So we're asking, what do we need to know today? About any past situation that may be affecting this one, and how really to move through it. And straight away we've got the card of transformation, and I don't tend to read reversal, certainly not on this deck. So already we're getting messages of rising above anything that's been really affecting you and going on in your life right now, really rising up and seeing the bigger picture, the greater picture from above, from a standpoint that is vastly above the earthly realms, in terms of being able to understand it from a different point of view. So it's not that it's not important, it's just that there's another perspective that could be had here, and it's time to let your wings soar, to really, if it helps, to just imagine you're a butterfly or you're a great eagle flying up high in the sky and looking down at this situation. And if you saw this situation from that standpoint, what would you think about it? Would it matter to you? How would it matter to you? And what could you do about it? Or what would you do about it? Seeing it from that perspective, sometimes it's good to ask yourself, will this matter to me tomorrow, next week, even, and to choose where you use your power and how you use your power. And this is a message of rising into power. And also, I'm getting for some a message of being reunited at soul level with any sort of scattered parts of yourself that you may have not previously been able to reconcile with, through, for various different reasons. It could be traumas, it could be pain, abandonment, lots and lots of different reasons why. But we're encouraged to call ourselves back and to know that we're always whole. We're always whole and perfect, just as we are. It's just about reclaiming those aspects that maybe we left behind at times when we abandoned ourselves even. So straight away, those messages coming through. And also we've got whale spirit, trust the great mystery. And whale has actually come up a couple of times today already in various other situations. So there's a really powerful message there of remembering. And remembering, it could be from past lifetimes, the songs that moved you, the situations that shaped you, allowing them to help you transform your present while not being bound by them. So not being bound to the past, not being held to the past, not trying to relive the past, just by allowing whatever would like to come through and there's a sense of the whale sort of doing a dance in the water, how they turn upside down and they twist and they come back up to the surface. And I feel like it's a message of resurfacing, coming up for air. And you may have been doing the shadow work, you may have been delving deeply into what's been troubling you, what's been holding you back, what's been limiting you in some way. And now you're able to use those messages, those insights, the things that you've learned from these situations, and come back up for air, come back up and see, where does this leave you now? How does this help you move forwards? What how can you use this information to to step into the new, to step into what is transforming in front of your eyes. And we've got the wild god, go to the woods, to moss, to mud, to magic, which is beautiful. Is a lovely message of really allowing yourself to go into those spaces, and for many this will be in nature, to to reclaim the, you know, the parts of yourself that you are ready to call back. The magic and the wonder that lies in nature is so transformative for many. It's a really safe space to go and be in, to be with the trees, to be with the plants, to be with nature's beautiful kingdom, and allow her to hold you, allow the magic of Mother Earth, of Mother Gaia, to nurture you, to sustain you, and allow increased vitality into your cells, into your soul, into your very being. You know, imagine yourself dancing with the fairies, with the nature spirits, you know, nature's angels, I call them, and just enjoy the peace that is there for you. Enjoy the peace and the stillness that will help you to uncover whatever it is that has been troubling you, whatever has been causing confusion. And again, it will be different for everybody. So you can, if this resonates for you, then you can see how this may or may not apply to your situation. And we've got Lord, take charge with authority. And this again is speaking on the aspects of power. You know, have you been giving your power away? Where have you given your power away? Now is time to reclaim that power. And when I say power, I say it in terms of, you know, power expressed through the heart is a beautiful thing. So we're not talking about what we're talking about basically is the power where we stand in love, where we stand in authority over our own life, where we're able to look at whatever decisions we're facing, whatever conflicts may be going on, whatever deliberations or whichever crossroads we may be standing at. We allow ourselves to take ourselves into our own hand and decide where we're going to move with this, how we're going to step forwards. You know, what information has been shown to you recently, or indeed from the past, that is helping you to decide what you're going to do next. And when you think about that information that's been shown to you, how can you then use it to enable yourself to take the next steps of whatever those steps are, whether it's moving back to love, whether it's coming in back into your own inner authority, whether it's trusting yourself. And again, what a beautiful card as confirmation about trusting in yourself and trusting in higher forces. Trust that you're being led, trust that, you know, and look at all the wings in these two cards. It's, you know, it's time to fly, it's time to soar above anything that's been holding you back, anything from the past which has limited you in some way, that has left you feeling like you're standing, you know, you've been blocked or you've been prevented from moving forwards. And interestingly, we've got again more wings and trusting in the unknown. So this really is echoing the beautiful whale medicine of trusting the great mystery, trust in the unknown. Don't allow the unknown to frighten you. You know, it can be frightening when we don't know what's going to happen, or we're in a crossroads in our life and we're not quite sure which way to turn and which way to move. It can be scary, especially if uncertainty is a fear for you, you know. But we're being asked to trust in the higher forces, to trust in the no plan, to allow a plan to form. So, in other words, if things are looking like you're not quite sure what you're meant to be doing or which way you're meant to be going, just allow yourself to connect with your inner guide and with your angels, your guides, your helpers, your beautiful beings of light who can help. You know, maybe for some it will be a power animal. Maybe owl is your power animal, your spirit medicine. Maybe you can tune into those messages. Maybe eagle is there for you to help you, again, to look above and see a higher perspective on this situation, to enable you to grab the opportunity that's being handed to you to really take this situation and shape it into what you would like it to be, and to allow yourself to create and to receive all that is waiting to come to you now. And I see that, maybe in the past you've had positions of authority, maybe you've been in situations where you were, a channel, or channeling information, or being given that responsibility by others. And perhaps in this life, perhaps somewhere along the way, you've sort of lost how can we put it? Maybe somewhere along the way, you've lost trust in yourself. Maybe somewhere along the way, you've not allowed yourself to hear that little voice within that's guiding you, that little voice that wants to help you, that knows the way out of these situations, that has the tools to see what needs to be done, and how to move forwards, and how to navigate the great mystery and the great unknown that is life, that are events that we haven't experienced yet. And yet somehow we've got this internal navigation system that allows us to know what we need to be doing, even when we couldn't possibly know logically. It's there for us to use and to experience, and to help us take each step forwards. And I sense that there are changes, that there have been changes, and there are changes going on in life. There is this call to come back to you, this call to rewild. I actually don't really know what that means, but I suppose it just came through. So you may know what that means for you, how to come back into your truest self, I guess, how to return to that original knowing, that trusting the guides. And for some, there are very shamanic messages coming through, and the animal kingdom are featuring strongly as bringing medicine through in these cards. So for some of you, it may be that you have a strong shamanic guide who is guiding you, somebody who is helping you navigate the seen and the unseen, what's above the surface and what's below the surface in this situation now. So we've got fox medicine as well, and fox and more feathers. Fox medicine is all about trusting your instincts, about using cunning, using your intuition, using this great sense of knowing how to adapt and change to situations, channeling that medicine to allow you to navigate this period of unknown, to help you move forwards. And messages here, again, of feeling loved, of Mother Earth comforting you, of connecting to the earth. So again, we've got messages of connecting to nature, and allowing her beautiful medicine, her tonic, her healing balm to guide you,